obviously you're there field level the other day. I was there, observing the best that I could and just being in the environment. I'm gonna reiterate the same thing I just said to the chat and to everybody else. University of Colorado walks in. The defense holds them to 21 points. I know they gave up 28, but was pick 6, and they hold them scoreless in the second half. In any world, do you see Colorado losing that game with the personnel we have on offense? If that is what was said beforehand.
Nah, it's just, I don't know. It's just a bullshit showing, bro. It was just terrible. Just being real with you, that shit was terrible. It was embarrassing.
So when we look at it from the fan base, the narrative, from the outside looking in, and we've talked about this, obviously, we spoke on Sunday, and, your dad sent me a great message this morning, which it makes me respect that son of a bitch even more, the way that he handles shit like this, because he takes everything, he's always like at the point of attack with all of it. And that's my next question is it now time for Coach Prime to just be at the point of attack with literally everything? I understand that a good coach has to trust his people. But I'm not saying he doesn't trust them, but I am saying that his voice, it's louder than Coach Schumer's voice. It's louder than Coach Loswell's voice. It's louder than Coach Livingston's voice. It's louder. It's the loudest voice in the country when it comes to college football. So what do you think needs to happen in that regard?
I talked to you in detail about et cetera, but on Sunday, before meetings and even after meetings and practice, we had just a long conversation. I'm gonna tell them a lot of things a lot of people aren't gonna tell them. I'm gonna be a different type of honest than a lot of people will be, and I get it. Some people aren't in a position to say this, and that, but I'm his son, so we could talk to each other different. And I just, I'm gonna sum it up by, I just told him one thing, and he's very similar to me. I'm very similar to him. Just being around him more and more, it's like, dang, and now I see what a lot of people are saying, like that I do, like different flaws that I have or different, just positives that I have. I could see that, I see him do a lot of that, and I just told him, I'm like, bro, sometimes you just wait, you see everything, you see a lot of things, but sometimes you might wait too long to say something or do something about it. So I just said, man, look, you can look at me as, the sign. If you pray to God for a sign or the messenger from God, like, look, bro, do something about it. Whatever you see, whatever you're seeing, whatever you don't like or dislike, do something about it. Say something and fix it. Don't let it go on any longer. Sometimes he'll let things go on till it just really bothers him, until he's just had enough. Instead of addressing it right off the bat, I'm like, nah, bro, go ahead and address it right now. Whatever it
And
is.
look, he's a great leader, right? And he puts a ton of trust in the people that he brings around him, which is what good leaders are supposed to do. They're supposed to trust their people. And I look at that and go, okay, if this is the situation that I find myself in as an assistant coach or a player, and I'm getting the leeway to be myself on top of being able to go ball, because usually, like, the way college coaches act, like, we need robots out there. And Coach Prime doesn't want robots. He wants individuals that can play into the system, and you can run with your individuality, and you can also run with the system when we can all win.
Yes, sir.
At what point does he need to just slam that door and go, look, the individual shit is done. This week is about the team, and we've got to everything has got to just button up, and we got to go to work, because this is the kind of week, and we were just talking about this beforehand, where, now Colorado is going into an environment where it's going to be like a home game for us, but at the same time, we're going to be the favorite. It's going to be King CU get right at CSU, and they're going to be looking at it like they have nothing to lose. So, do you think that this week, just based on the practice today and your viewing of it, you think this week will be a little bit different with the players' mentality on top of the coaches?
It should be. In life, whether you dealing with just people in general, females, just business, whatever in life, you ain't shit until proven otherwise. So right now it's like we're in a prove otherwise situation. Just being real with you, you got to do something. You got to take out all that frustration, take out all that whatever on these people. Like you got to really go prove yourself. You got to have that chip on your shoulder. You got to have, and not just the players, the coaches also. You know, show you can do this, show you can do that. You in a show and prove situation, and you just gotta you. That's just how it's got to be. You got to go turn up, and don't even let people feel like they could play with you. Like don't even let people feel like, excuse my language, but they can fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? You can't let people feel like they can fuck with you. Then they'll fuck around and really do it. You know they'll you
Amen. They
get.
will.
Yeah, so it's like you gotta impose your will on people, and you gotta crush your enemy totally, and that's how it has to be. And if we didn't have that mentality, we should have it now.
So one of my favorite quotes of all time is written on the board at the gym, and it's something that every morning I'll do it at 5 a.m. again tomorrow. I try and always pan up to it while people are sleeping and dreaming about success. We're in there working, but it's every battle is won before it's ever fought, and I truly believe that the preparation you put in and the hours you put in before the battle makes the battle easy, or it makes the battle hard if the other team maybe prepared better than you or whatever the case may be. That being said, moving forward here with this University of Colorado football team and knowing that preparation each week in the NFL changes. And I only bring that up because I look at our staff and I see nothing but gold jackets and NFL coaches. The offensive coordinator is a 30-year OC and head coach in the NFL. He's been around every system and every player, so on and so forth. So, in your opinion, as an ex-offensive player, how easy is it for the defense to key on us doing the same thing over and over and again? But then how hard would it be if we did come out and change week by week, scheme by scheme? Because that honestly, I'm not saying I'm not saying I expect it, because my expectation, who gives a shit? But there's part of me that's like, okay, offensive coordinator, if something doesn't work, let's change that shit. Like Shador's smart as fuck. Travis Hunter's smart as fuck. Horn's smart as fuck. We got smart dudes all over the field. In your opinion, why the reluctance to change when things don't seem to be working in our favor?
That's a hell of a question. That's actually the greatest question on earth right now. To be real with you, and it's a question everybody wants to know, bro. And that's all I can say.